Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed fight night, and we have ourselves yet another OP10 match. We have myself on the left-hand side, rocking out that red and green smoker, as well as my man Too Tall on the right with the classic OP10 Zoro. Now, this is finals here, round number 5 at locals, which is quite nice. I have been testing this deck a lot, and I've been putting the time in, man. I think I really have. So hopefully I can take this dub and see how it all pays off. So we did see the 3-cost chopper being added to hand. Unfortunately, I do not have a 1-cost Virgo to play out turn 1, but it is what it is. Something that you really need, especially against Zoro. But nonetheless, 5k swing going into life. I have to counter out of this. I just don't have too much counter in my hand. So giving him the 2k, unfortunately, Otama. And then I see the chopper coming down. We're gonna look at the top 5. What do we have to pull from? It looks like we have a couple different options here. I think we saw a hiking bear, but we're gonna go ahead and grab the Tony chopper, the 3-cost one, and I do believe we have a character to play out for free. Yep, it's the hiking bear. Pretty good. We obviously we spent 3 Dawn, and we got 2 more 3-cost characters on the board. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But here we have 4 Dawn. Unfortunately, I do not have a 3 or a 4-cost character to play out, so 7k swing over the chopper is what I'm gonna have to do, and then just leave 2 Dawn up. And honestly, I do have the Kamakura in my hand, so potentially a play that I might have to do, unfortunately, just because yeah, I need to stay alive. I need to stay alive, and I need to last so that unfortunately I can survive my 8-cost kit turn. So we are going to go ahead and swing here, giving it plus 1k to that chopper thanks to that hiking bear. Quite nice. And yeah, this is a 5k swing going into life. Now I can go ahead and give him the Kamakura. I can also give him a 2k counter, and if you see in my hand, I know it's kind of hard to see, I have quite a few 5-cost characters in my hand. I have exactly 3, and I'm debating on giving him the Otama, but it's a little tough. I'm honestly thinking about it, and unfortunately I have to give him the Kamakura, so I'm gonna go plus 3k to the leader, of course, and then give minus 2k to something. Now the fact that he has a Dawn attached to his leader, as well as he can still swing with chopper, is just rather unfortunate. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the Zoro there. So this is technically a 4k Zoro. All he has to do is attach 1 more Dawn. Now the main reason why I wanted to do this is because in case he had a character like Zoro, he doesn't have as much good value, right? So and look, you can literally see it in his hand. So if you were to drop Zoro right now, all he could swing is 7k with chopper, plus a 6k swing with that 3-cost Zoro in his hand right now. So 5k swing. What do we find? We find yet another chopper. That's the a little bit more irrelevant one. I have to take the 7k swing because that's just so much power, right? So a lot of power. But we do have the 4-cost Sanji. I'm sorry, the 4-cost chopper in my hand. Got that off of life. Quite good there. Now a little too late, just because I am going to be at 6 Dawn next turn, and ideally I want to play a 5-cost character. And now we see a big swing going into life. So yeah, I kind of had him avoid playing the 3-cost, but instead he ended up just swinging for 7 regardless. So it is what it is. I got out of 1 swing, right, and I kind of forced him not to go as wide, maybe. Yeah, it's a little tough. But here we have 6 active Dawn here, and like I mentioned before, I have quite a few cards, and now I see the Sanji come into my hand off the top of my deck there. So a little too late, unfortunately. I have 6 active Dawn. We could go 7-cost. I'm sorry, we can go 5-cost smoker, but I need to get rid of this hiking bear first. That's first and foremost, right? I just, a lot of good value. I'm gonna go ahead and play out the carrot. I'm actually gonna go ahead and attach this Dawn to this carrot, then use lead effect to unrest 2 Dawn. Now unfortunately I have nothing to play off of this 2-cost. I'm just gonna go ahead and fake that I have another Kamakura, because I don't really have a choice. Now what's really nice is that this Tony chopper gets no more value, which is really good. I know a lot of people are a little hesitant on playing the carrot, and I know maybe going smoker and then unresting 3 Dawn to then play out a Sanji would have been the ideal play, but being able to stun a character once per turn with Carrot is actually really good here. So this is a 7k swing going into a life. Act with 2 Dawn, that's a 6k plus lead effect, that's 7. So yet again another 7k, and I have to actually take this. And it looks like we do have a trigger. Very lucky for myself. I do see the Gum Gum Mole Pistol. Now I get to give minus 5k to a character or leader, and then KO a 2k. Now this is what I'm gonna end up doing. Okay, I don't want to get rid of the 3-cost chopper, because the one that has the ability, because 1, it can't attack this turn, 2, it's stunned, but 3, I need to get rid of some pressure. I need to relieve some pressure really bad. So I'm gonna give minus 5k to the leader, and I can't KO the doctor, because it's actually a 3k thanks to the Zoro ability. So obviously Too Tall was like, you're gonna KO the doctor, right? I'm like, nah, I can't cheat you like that, man. Just locals, brother. It's not that deep. So we do see the 3-cost Zoro coming down, and this is a 7k swing going into life, and unfortunately I just have to take this, and the reason why I am taking this, which I think I'm going to, right, there's really not many options, is because I can go 8-cost kid next turn, and unfortunately I do find the another 5-cost smoker in my hand. It's never enough, you know what I'm saying? So I have 8 Dawn now. I have to actually play out the kid if I want to use the kid in order to get back my 2 Dawn first. There's literally no way around that, and I don't want to overcommit either, right? So I want to kind of make sure that I can get rid of some of this board first. I'm debating on where I want to swing, so I'm going to swing 5k here. I can go into this chopper, or I can go into the Zoro. I'm a bit torn though. I end up pointing toward the chopper, but then tell my opponent, Too Tall, that I am going to actually go for the Zoro instead. So this is a 5k swing going into Zoro. All we need is a 1k counter, and my man Too Tall has options, which is great for himself. But we're going to play at the 8-cost kid. We are going to go ahead and use a leader effect here to unrest 2 Dawn. Now 1 Dawn is specifically dedicated to this kid, and then I do have an extra Dawn there, so we are going to go ahead and swing 7k into either Zoro or Chopper. Looks like we are going to go into the character Zoro, so character Zoro, and then we're going to stun the Chopper there. Now I need to try to get rid of this card. This card's just a little too good here. If I can clear the Zoro, it would be very good. The question is, can I? Right? Is it possible? And if we look at Too Tall's hand, he has quite a few options. He looks like he has a 2k, 1k, and 2 dead cards. One of them being the 5-cost Luffy, which is quite nice, honestly. That is really good. It looks like the other card is a Chopper, so with 4 cards in his hand, he's just gonna go ahead and give me the 2k, 1k, which I completely understand. I would probably do the same thing too. So we are gonna go ahead and use the 8-cost ability. We're gonna rest this character attached to Dawn, and I'm debating on what card I want to play out, if I want to play one out. Now, if you saw from my hand earlier, I have no blockers. I don't have a blocker in my hand. I was debating on actually throwing down the Sanji for an attack for the following turn, but I told myself, if he has Mole Pistol, I need to make sure I have enough Dawn in my hand, and 1k goes a long way. So we do see Too Tall top deck the Nami, and that is the worst case scenario for us. And looking at the top 5, we do find a Mole Pistol. This is this is the worst case scenario for myself. I was in a position earlier where I was like, you know what, it's not too bad, but now this is really bad. So we're gonna go ahead and minus 5k to the 8-cost kid character. This is a 3k body on the board now, and if we take a look at Too Tall's board, right, we have the Chopper, the Doctor, and the Zoro that can all attack, not even including the leader Zoro. And I have to think to myself, how can I get out of this, right? I have looks like 2 to 3 2ks. I'm sorry, 2 2ks and 1 1k. So this is a 3k going into a 3k right now. He has 3 active Dawn. He could be having a Zoro in his hand, and at this point I have no life, right? So this is my last line of defense, and unfortunately it's only as tall as 3k. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a second here and kind of figure out how I want to put this out. Is it possible? Because at the end of the day, let's say I let this go. if I let Kid go, he can attach 3 down to Zoro, swing 9k with character Zoro, and then 6k and then 5k with Chopper. I literally just lose, right? So I have to give him the 1k counter. And I'm at a point where the only way I can actually get out of this is if Too Tall just messes up. If Too Tall can mess up and dump a ton of Dawn onto the Zoro, whether it's the character or the leader, I will be in a very good position because I can let it go. And I mean, look, here's the thing. I got like 7 cards in my hand, right? There's just no way. So 5k swing going into the Kid, and I am now sitting with 2 cards with 2k counter. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I gotta let this go, man. There's no way. So this is going to be a 6k swing going into live, gives him a 2k, and now an 8k swing. And unfortunately, guys, I had 3 8-cost kids, 2 smokers, a Luffy, as well as the 2k counter, and my man Too Tall takes it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this channel as well as this video. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP10 content coming out soon. See ya!